Hey guys, welcome along to Crafts with Britt. Now, fish and chips are one of my favourite things to eat, but someone does have to catch the fish before it can get battered up and served onto your plate. So today we are going to be making our very own fish catching game, which I'm so excited about because it's a lot of fun to play and a lot of fun to make as well. Now, catching fish is pretty hard. In this game, it can be a little bit hard to catch the fish, but we will make it nice and easy for you, but still competitive. So we'll see how we go with making these fish, making some rods for ourselves as well, since it is quite a complicated process. I don't know about you, but I have been fishing before and it does seem quite hard to do, trying to put the bait on the hooks and getting into the right spot to be able to catch some fish. So we will be making our very own little set today of rods, fish and some water as well. That's why I've got the blue paper here. So let's get started. Now, the materials you're going to need to make this fishing game are some coloured pencils or chopsticks, some coloured paper, scissors, some sticky tape, 3 magnets, a few paper clips and some string. Now, first up, we're going to make our rods for the fishing game. So as you can see, I've got 3 coloured pencils here, which I'm going to use as my rods. You can use chopsticks if you like, or just any kind of sticky thing that you think could make a really good rod. I've got 3 here as well, 1 for myself, 1 for camera guy and 1 for Dougal, so we can play a little bit later on. Maybe we'll play a game in the Mishmash treehouse and we'll see who wins that game. I don't know if Dougal would be great at it since his hands are so big and he might not even be able to hold the rod. We might have to make him a bigger one. But all you need to do is grab a pencil or a chopstick, grab some string, almost forgot the name of it, and we're going to make our rods. So all you need to do is wind the piece of string around the end of your pencil or chopstick just a few times so it's nice and secure. And then we're just going to get our sticky tape and sellotape it on. So once that string is stuck in place, we're going to cut our string at the end, so maybe about 20 centimetres long, so that can be our fishing line there. Alrighty, so our line is on our rods and those are ready to go. Now we just need to attach our hooks, which is pretty much the most essential part because you aren't going to catch any fish without a hook. So what we're going to use for that are paper clips. Now all you need to do is just tie a paper clip onto the end of the string, really easy, and then our magnets are going to be attracted to the paper clips since they're made out of metal. Awesome, our rods are all ready to go. We've got the hooks attached to the line, so I'll pop them to the side and we'll be able to use them when we start playing the game. But now we just need to start cutting out our fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 3 little fish shapes. So eventually we're going to be attaching the fish to these small magnets that we found. And you might be able to, you might even just have to use a magnet from your fridge. You can even just sellotape the fish to the top of that magnet. That's alright, but we're lucky enough to find these ones. So you don't want to make the fish too big, otherwise it'll be too big to sit over the top of this magnet. Now that we've cut our fish out, all we need to do is sellotape our magnets to the back of it. Now, I have to say I am a little bit ashamed that a little bit disappointed that we're not going to be able to eat these fish afterwards because that is the best part of fishing, but that's right, it's still going to be a really fun game to play. So just grab your magnets, pop them on the back of the head of the fish, and then we'll sellotape them on top. Great, now that those magnets are stuck onto our fish, we are all done. We've made our rods, we've made our fish, and I've got my piece of water here with our blue piece of paper. So I'll just flip my fish over and then we can start playing the game. Now, unfortunately, Dougal's not around to play with me right now, so I am just going to have to show you by myself how it works. I'm going to grab my rod, which is the yellow rod, and all you need to do is just place your rod over the fish and try and catch it by trying to get the hook into the mouth of the fish. So let's see if it works. Yay, it does! It's always a good thing when it works. So you can play this game with your friends or with your family. You might even want to set a time limit and see how many fish you can catch within 30 seconds or something like that. Sometimes it's really hard when you're all in a rush and trying to catch as many as possible, but I would recommend making maybe more than 3 fish, maybe make like 10 or 20 fish, and then you can play this game for hours. Maybe you could play again, if you're playing against someone else, what I would do is each have a rod and then see who can pick up the most fish. And that is an awesome game for you to play anytime during the week, whether it's wet or whether it's sunny outside. So much fun to make that, but it is a shame that you don't get to eat the fish afterwards. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to check out our website mishmashtv.co.nz to find out how to make your very own fishing game.